left right here. This park opened up at the end of last summer. It's part of a big initiative that I think is ultimately going to be kind of Bloomberg's lasting legacy here in New York. He's really emphasized making New York City more pedestrian friendly, increasing the cycling lanes. Get Up and Ride is a boutique bike tour company based in Brooklyn, New York. At Get Up and Ride, it's our belief that the best way to experience the city is through the eyes of a local. The initial startup cost was somewhere around $10,000 when it was all said and done. It took about 3 months for the word to get out, and then we were featured in Time Out New York, and that's really when the company took off. In North Brooklyn, I feel, in Brooklyn in particular, there's very much a co-sharing economy. So we incorporate a lot of local stops. What I learned very quickly is that the best way to approach a potential partnership is to ask as little or nothing in return as possible. One of the ways that we benefit from those partnerships is we do a lot of cross-promotion. Now, the last thing I wanted to point out were these two murals right here. So these were painted by a company called Sky High Murals. These guys basically took their love of street art and graffiti and turned it into a business where they hand paint traditional billboards. The idea being if you have like an artist actually there painting it, you're more likely to stop, maybe take a picture, post it to social media and be like, oh, look what this guy was doing. Startups that don't generate a buzz about their product or service are always going to be slow to start, no matter how good the product is. In tourism, I've learned that people never read. The difference between my website and the amount of bookings I was getting before and after I had a nice promotional video showing people what they were going to see is night and day. Almost 50% more bookings. The conversion rate was so much higher. I was getting the same amount of traffic, but I was getting a lot more bookings because they could actually visualize what it was. We're constantly updating content. We're adding new tours. And at this point, with the combination of social media, the website, the press, and now word of mouth is starting to get around. In just under a year, we've become #1 on TripAdvisor for activities in Brooklyn. When the Navy came here in 1801, they started developing all of the waterfront. At the far side of the Manhattan Bridge, there's like a far pillar. If you look down, there's like a house right there. That's the Commandant's mansion. But when the Navy left in the 60s, they actually auctioned off the house. So there's just some dude who owns this mansion. I broke even in the first like 6 months. The overheads are pretty low. I mean, other than our salaries being the biggest one. To keep good talent costs money. The occasional flat tire, you know, can cost us like 15, 20 bucks. We're trying to be as self-sufficient as possible. If it can just take one class or bring a bike shop mechanic into the garage and have a little quick 30-minute lesson where we go and take stuff apart ourselves. The beauty of a bicycle is it's very easy to maintain. Changing a tube on a tire or adjusting a brake, and that's pretty much it.